Good morning, everybody. This is Karen, and this is KeneticKarma, my channel. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you guys for checking in. Today, I'm doing a daily reading. It's short, and it starts with the ruin. And the ruin I got today is Hagalas. It looks like an H. I'm not sure if you could see it on the actual ruin that I pulled because of the contrast, but that's what it looks like. And it's a ruin of hail and harsh times. And usually, I mean, before when I got the ruin, I got a different message, but today I got the rose that's buried under the snow. So it was a vision or a picture or a memory of like a whole, just nothing but snow for as far as you could see. It was really, everything was covered in beautiful white cold snow. And it highly represents winter and when things go dormant, go dead, and it's hard to find food, it's hard to see beauty because everything is buried and regenerating. It's in a regenerating process. We have cycles, and we all go through cycles. And the winter just so happens to be one of death, one of letting go, one of transformation into something brand new. And so when I got the ruin, this is what they're telling me. It's like the promise of great things to come, the promise of beauty in your life, the promise of budding new relationships, the promise of a new way of being and seeing the world. Not one where you have to suffer necessarily. Suffering is a choice. You can look at things and you can choose to take them in and, worry about them, or you could look at things and take them in and transform them into something that is a vision that works for you. So suffering is optional. You will have strife, you will have pain, but suffering is optional, they're saying. So Hagalas, as it regards the Norse people, their whole situation depended, or their livelihood depended on farming. And when hail came, which is what Hagalas represents, hail, destructive force came, a destructive force of nature came, it was like basically a hit or miss, whether it got their crops or not, whether it destroyed their crops or not. And it could sometimes mean the difference between life and death for those people. So it was a very serious situation. It was a very dire situation, and they prayed and really did everything that they could to make sure that, that it passed them by, that the hail did not totally destroy their livelihood, their way of sustaining themselves. So, yeah. So, hail has its place, as does rain and snow and everything else in the cycle of nature. Nature is a multifaceted, powerful phenomenon that without which we wouldn't be here. So yeah, there's harsh parts and aspects of nature, like there are harsh parts and aspects of our life. And they're beautiful parts that are blooming like springtime, when the flowers start to break ground and you can see the just hints of color that is the promise to be in the summer when it goes into full bloom. So everything has its place. And everything will change, and everything will, sprout, and everything will bow down to regenerate. And that's just what we have in our life. So not to worry about the hard times that you're facing, if you're facing hard times now, because just know that these too will pass. This will change. Everything must change. And so will your hard times. It's a matter of what you're vibing towards, what you're focused on, what you're looking at is going to determine in the now what your future is going to be. Because you can only attract to yourself the vibe or the level of vibration that you're at currently. So if you're vibing, if you're going through on the 3D a hard time, like really hard time, I don't know, it could be anything. You could be, for all I know, in jail. Let's take that for an example. And you're, you know, under all of these very, very strict restrictions. And it's messing with your mind. So the question is, where are you gonna, you know, direct your thoughts? Where are you going to direct your attention? You being in this place of restriction is supposed to have a certain impact on you, but that impact is determined on how you choose to internalize it mentally, on the mental. So if you choose to, you know, see yourself as in a time where you get to regenerate and grow, and, you know, in your mind practice discipline, a discipline, in your body practice a discipline like exercise. A lot of people, when they go to jail, they work out, they get disciplined around working out because they have very limited freedom. So the freedom that they do have, they want to exercise it in very focused ways, and a lot of times that shows up as exercise. Okay, so if you practice a discipline, and that's what's needed in order to keep your mind in check, because if you don't have discipline, then the mind roams like a wild dog, you know, and it will go and do anything and could be very dangerous in terms of where it leads you. So you have to lead the mind. You have to start to seek the higher mind, the higher vibration, the wiser choices in life, so that you can create healthy boundaries, healthy choices, healthy disciplines that would allow you to overcome the most dire winters, the most dire of situations, the most dire of hailstorms, where things are just being, you know, thrown at you, bam, 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 and you have no option but to be in the storm. But yet, because you have disciplined your mental, you don't have to be of that storm. You could be in the world, but not of it. You could be in the storm, but it doesn't have to have total devastation over you. Okay. So don't ask me why I went on that diatribe, but I did, and oh well, I hope it was helpful for somebody. Today, I think, let's see, what do we want to do? I want to do the Moon Oracle. I don't know why. I'm feeling really Osset, really Isis, Osset, motherish, feminine energy going on. And so the Moon Oracles are perfect. This is Spirit de la Luna Oracle, Moon Oracle. And I haven't used these cards in a while. Let's see what they have to say. What is the message for us today, Spirit? Whew, that's a lot. I'm not taking all of those. Spirit, can I just have one or two cards, please? Okay, I got two. All right, so Sagittarius, the Explorer, and Waning Gibbous, Surrender. So the Explorer and Surrender. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now, sometimes when I use this deck, and the reason I don't use it a lot is because it's kind of hard to find the exact cards, because there's several groupings, and I'm not that familiar. But we got Sagittarius. One moment, please. Sagittarius, the Explorer. The Archer is the last fire sign in the zodiac and directs the fiery energy into the personal philosophy. Ruled by Jupiter, this free spirit is the spiritual nomad, always pursuing more knowledge to add to their rucksack. I guess that's the thing they put over their hand that's on the pole. It's called a rucksack. I didn't know that. Drifting tendencies may make it hard for the archer to commit, but once they do, they are loyal, optimistic, and it is always an adventure. If you drew Sagittarius card, your spirit may be feeling restless, and it is time to shake things up. Explore new avenues, whether it is traveling physically, mentally to new or physically or mentally to new realms. Like what I was talking about when you're confined in jail and you have to exercise your mental discipline and visualize yourself in another place. I don't know if I said that, but that was part of what I was thinking. What are you drawn to right now? A certain place, a new philosophy. What does your soul crave? Feed this yearning in your heart with movement, creativity, and new adventure. On the shadow side, do not let restless turns into recklessness. When you are bored or stuck in a rut, you are blocking your imagination. Find your muse and inspiration again. When the moon is in Sagittarius, which it will be soon, new possibilities, ideas, and optimism open your heart. Restlessness may make you wonder. Plan your adventures, start a new spiritual practice. When it's waxing, take a road trip with friends. Energy, holistic healing is beneficial now. Energy, holistic healing is beneficial now. In a full moon, participate in a spiritual event. Lead a drum circle or a ceremony. In a waning moon, release pessimistic thoughts. Save money for upcoming trips. Okay, so that's Sagittarius. And then we have surrender. Now, Sagittarius, this card was the explorer. Get out, get it done, I think. That's what they're saying. Get up, get it, get out. Get up, get it on. Try it again, buy it, my friend. Something like that. I don't sing, but there's this song, Happiness is Just Around the Bend. And I'm not sure who it's by, maybe Fifth Dimension. It's an old throwback. And that's what I'm hearing. Get up, get it on, try it again, buy it, my friend. Happiness is just around the bend. Yeah, it don't sound nothing like what I just said, but forgive the white girl in me, okay? Okay, waning gibbous, surrender, card number 27. Let's see if we can do this. Here we go. I'm finding these really quick today. I surrender to what I cannot see. My heart is open. I trust and love. So may it be. The moon holds sway over the currents of all the waters in Gaia. She also guides the currents and waters within the body. Together, they weave an emotional pathway within. When you are in an emotionally stable place, the pathway is clear. However, not even current will always run smooth. Not every current will always run smooth. In those times, you must relax and let the current carry you through. Surrender can be the one of the hardest lessons to learn, but with great reward. There is a deep peace and surrender. Lady Luna is reminding you that everything has a phase. Phases will run their course and the cycle of life will continue. Open your heart despite the uncertainty and trust in the current of love that flows through you. You will find peace and a deep inner knowing despite the doubt or chaos around you. So that's kind of what we were talking about. Forgive the noise. Every morning, the people in my complex come by not blow drying, but blowing the debris away, and it's really, really loud. So forgive that, please. But so what I'm getting is fire and water. Fire, the orange color, blue and dark, the water. You know, there needs to be a discipline with both the fire and the water, with both the physical and the emotional, spiritual, mental. With both, it needs to come together like a yin and a yang, and both of the aspects need to be appreciated. See the light and the dark? Yeah. And also what's coming up for me when I look at this card is the yellow, because this morning, and a lot of mornings I go out, I have palm trees in my courtyard in the apartment building. And the palm trees bloom this yellow palm flower, and it drops, and it's so beautiful. And I pick it up and I bring it in and I put it on some of my altars, and I celebrate it. I don't know really what the palm flower represents, but it's this bright yellow, and it's very vibrant, and it always calls me. It always calls me. So maybe I'll look it up. But something about palm trees and the palm flower, the bloom of the flower, and it releasing its petals, its buds. Okay, something is blooming, something is in bloom, and it's releasing. And in order for you to get it, you need to go into deep surrender, deep meditation, deep peace, being okay with the circumstances of your life, even if you're not seeing where it's taking you. Trust and have faith that it is perfect and that you're in the right place at the right time. Now, I'm not talking about people who are currently in abusive situations. That's a whole nother story. I'm talking to people who are on an adventure, who are on a spiritual ascension, a journey to what's next. Know that you're in the right place. And I will, they're telling me, I should do a video for people who are in abusive situations, because I've been there, and I can support you and maybe give you some nuggets that will support you in getting out of the situation. Because it's never okay to allow yourself to be abused. It's never okay, if you can do anything about it, to just remain in a place where your spirit and your mind and your body and your soul is being abused. God bless you. If you're in that situation, I send out great prayers to you. And I ask that you ask your ancestors and your guides for help, because that is how you get out. Or at least it's how I got out. Okay? So, I want to do next a reading from the Halloween deck, and then I'm going to pretty much close this reading out because I don't want it to be too long. We're at 18 minutes and 44 seconds. If that means anything to anybody. I pulled out the cards that shouldn't be in the deck. And then I say the Halloween Tarot, here it is, by Kipling West. So small, I can hardly see the writing. So please, Spirit, give us a picture of what's going on in the past, what's going on in the present, and what's going on in the future. Okay, I have our cards. So in the past, there was a choice. There was the Two of Pentacles. There was a choice. And there was a choice about love, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Ghosts, and the Knight of Cups, who came and offered. There was a choice. Okay, in the future, there is the Six of Imps, which is the Six of Wands, something that is moving to the Five of Cups, something that is illuminating the Five of Cups, which is a lack of love, a loss of some type of love. And it's because of a truth, very high truth and clarity that you received about what was going on. And they're saying the Six of Imps in the present had to do with sexual promiscuity. And that is why you felt left out and disheartened. And you came upon this truth and you just said no more. So currently you're in the position of the Queen of Swords, who don't take no shit. She doesn't play. She's just like, this is what it is. Don't with me. Okay? Because I know who you are. I know what you do. And I don't want any part of it. No parts of it. Okay? So you're very, very much on guard. And anybody that comes close to you, you're going to cut. You're going to cut them. Whether it be with your tongue, with a knife, you're going to cut them. They need to stay away. They need to mind their manners. They need to leave you the hell alone because you're done. And in the future, you have celebration, and the Page of Pentacles is coming, and then there is the Moon with something that is unseen. There's an offer that is coming in the future that's going to cause you to celebrate, but you're a little hesitant because you're not sure. It's not clear exactly what all this offer entails. So let me do a little bit more digging into what this offer is with the Wolf. 7 of Ghosts, 7 of Cups, which is, again, you're not sure because there's 7 different cups and they all have something in it, but you don't know exactly what it is. So with the Moon and that, there is some, I'm feeling deception coming. There's definitely some deception coming with the Wolf and the Moon, and this Page Pentacles is bringing some bullshit. They're bringing some deceit. That's what's going on. I have that feeling very strongly. Death, they're come to kill, pillage, and lie, and steal and cheat. That's what they're doing. That's what that Page of Pentacles is coming. Don't be confused about it. It's the devil. Lie. He comes to destroy. That's what's happening in your future. So know that you're going to be faced with a temptation, a challenge, and don't be fooled by it because it's nothing but the devil coming at you. You have to keep your freaking wits about you. And what's coming out now is the Star. I'm pulling more cards on this. Is the Star. You're going to oversee from a spiritual perspective, almost feeling like the High Priestess know what to do about this. And you're going to call in your guides and protectors to handle this. You're not going to have to lift a freaking finger because your ancestors are going to take care of it, they're saying. So don't worry about it. Just watch your step. Watch who you let in your space, into your mental. Keep discipline, keep boundaries that are healthy, and continue to live your life in a way that supports what it is that you want. And then what will come of this is a choice. Two of Bats, the Two of Imps, and the High Priestess. I know I felt her all up in here. And the High Priestess. So you're going to make a choice. Oh, excuse me. You're going to make a choice. And that choice is going to come from a very high place. From not just passion. Not just love. You know, or a choice between. Well, there is a choice between love. There'll be 2 choices. One is going to be heaven sent. It's going to be sent from the stars. And the other is going to be from the devil. And you're going to use your intuition and your wisdom and your magic in order to make the correct choice. Just stay tuned and stay woke, and you'll be fine. So I'm going to close out this reading today with the Oracle. The universe has my back. The universe has your back by Gabriel Bernstein. Please give us a closing card. And it is, I am the loving energy of the universe. You are. And just know that, be that, stay doing what you're doing. It's working. You're powerful. You're loving. You're protected. Keep in the energy of gratitude, they're saying, and you will be fine. You will be just more than fine. You will be amazed. Anyway, if you like this reading, if you didn't like this reading, hit the like button, because you stayed this long. There must have been something about it that drew you, your attention was worth it. So please hit the like button. It does the channel a world of good. It does your abundance cycle a world of good. And I deeply appreciate the energy that is given back. So thank you, and you guys have a blessed day. Bye.